Today we have with us Mr. Chandrakant Kumbhani, who is currently Vice President, Community Development at Ambuja Cement Foundation and has over 25 years of experience in the rural development sector. He has been working at ACF for more than 16 years now and has contributed immensely to the growth and expansion of community development programs in the areas of water, agriculture, agriculture-based livelihood, community health, and women empowerment. It's a delight to have you with us, Mr. Chandrakant.
Thank you so much, Rasi, for having me here for this Poshan talk on nutrition, which is fundamental to health and wellness of everyone. And special thanks to Impact for Nutrition team for considering me worthy to share my experience in this regard.
It's a pleasure to have you, sir. So to start with, we would like to understand how does nutrition fit in strategically with ACF's vision for carrying out community development projects in India?
So, Rasi, let me start this way. Our company, Ambuja Cement Limited, has vision to be most sustainable and competitive company in our industry, and it works with a mission to create value for all. And let me elaborate further about this value creation to different stakeholders, and which include delighted customer, inspired employee, enlightened partner, energized society, loyal stakeholder, healthy environment. So if you look at the stakeholder and the value creation, I think one of the important consideration is how we can energize society, and ACF has a major role in energizing society, where company has manufacturing unit through need-based development program in the area of livelihood. When I say livelihood, whatever form of livelihood, whether it is agriculture, whether it is skill-based livelihood, or whether it is off-farm livelihood. In addition to that, we work on need-based program in health, education, women empowerment, as well as infrastructure sector under this CSR initiative. And with this background, ACF works with a vision, a sustainable and prosperous society built on long-term partnership. And hence, I think the point which you have with open up how this fit into the our vision. I think a prosperous society would be possible only there is a healthy society, and I think health is critical for a prosperous society, and how that's where it is. I would say it fits in. And I also would like to elaborate on the mission with which the organization work. Basically, it is on we energize, involve, and enable community to realize their potential. And if I further elaborate on this keyword, energize, involve, and enable. So basically, we motivate and mobilize people to work together and amplify impact. We build partnership and co-create solution. And finally, we build capacity and instill ownership. So basically, considering all these, SEA primarily works in rural India, where challenge of nutrition across all age group are very common. By working on different programs, including health and well-being of the stakeholder, uh, is something which is very core to our program, and that's how it fits. And I think nutrition is also core in various health nutrition, right from mother and child health to malnutrition addressed through Poshan Abhiyan. So I think considering this, and moreover, I would also pointed out one more aspect. The livelihood is very important in this remote community wherever we work, and major cost spending or out-of-pocket expenditure is high in health due to various challenges. So focusing on nutrition make healthy community and large saving on cost for families. So I would say it has very important aspect and dimension to work on nutrition in our across our health intervention to promote the prosperity in our community, and that's where it fits in.
Thank you so much for your response. Ambuja, it's clearly visible that Ambuja has nutrition as a key component across its interventions, and more so in the livelihoods intervention. Which brings me to our next question, that the need for good nutrition has come to a forefront in the current times, and more so due to the pandemic. So, with respect to the CSR projects and the development sector that we are in, what is the trade-off between initiating new specific projects and integrating nutrition to the existing projects, that is making the existing projects nutri-sensitive?
Okay, so let me just answer the second aspect, like how we can integrate nutrition in the existing project, right? So as I mentioned, nutrition has taken a center stage after this initiation of this pandemic, where nutrition was key to keep your immunity high and to so that you can fight the virus with the spirit, and you need not further hospitalization and treatment. So when we look at the our program, especially the community health, which is one of the major thrust area across location we worked, and we have interventions in maternal and child and adolescent health, and especially in such component where neonatal and infant death are very high. Nutrition and anemia is prevalent in community, which is still more than 60% even now, and is also a major contribution contributor to stillbirth, neonatal, and child mortality. So I think nutrition play a very important role in this program intervention, and I think we have integrated it as one of the component under the program. And I think we work when we work on this aspect at any of the location, the proper nutrition to the stakeholder, in this case especially adolescent as well as the new mother, or the newborn or children. We generally focus on local food which are nutritive, and give lots of emphasis on various local traditional recipe which can address the nutrition need across this intervention. And we have, I think, extensively work on anemia and 1,000 day intervention to change the outcome, which are visible at various locations where health indicator, especially in mother and maternal and child indicators, are improved a lot after a considerable effort in all aspect of this intervention. Similarly, the second important intervention which I would like to mention is non-communicable disease, which as well as the malnutrition. We have large focus on nutrition under this component also to the adult population, as also children up to 6 year of age in Anganwadi center. This is what we have started in recent 4-5 years, which is largely contributing to addressing the SDG 1, 2, 3. So under non-communicable disease, where I primarily hypertension, diabetes, kind of non-communicable disease, nutrition play a very important role. An appropriate dietary choice will help the affected person to manage these kind of challenges, health challenges, very well. And I think what we have focused under our program for this is to collect and create our own nutrition related communication material, education material, with focus on vegetables, salt, sugar, carbohydrate, food, etc., which are useful to reach the NCD population to create required behavior change. And we have also introduced kitchen garden at household level or Anganwadi center, along with the nutrition powder for children who are in SAM or MEM category. The participation of farmer for food grain and vegetable cultivation, involvement of SHG group on nutrition powder or demo of other kitchen garden are a few example of program integration. And we make village level institution to lead this. We always believe that how can we align with government program and where health system and can strengthen it so it give desired service and eventually achieve the objective of health for all. And specifically in terms of pandemic, and we all know pandemic has taught us very big lesson in terms of having a diet with all component which is required for a healthy body and healthy individual. I think in that context, I think there are. I would say we need to integrate the nutrient sensitive program or intervention in our existing program, like I mentioned, or I think in we can have a special program, or especially the program which government has a Poshan as a Jan Andolan or Poshan Abhiyan, where they are when a government is aiming to eradicate malnutrition in all the form across the different stakeholder. I think that is where I think more partnership need to be formed and promoted, because I think government is the largest sector, and I think different corporate or development organization can part of this andolan by playing part of working at grassroots level, at village level, Anganwadi center level, or Anganwadi worker level, or all local health worker level, to address this issue and to work with the system and strengthen or plug the gaps which are there in the system, so that we can catalyze this movement and achieve the desired outcome in time to come.
It was really nice to hear those responses, specifically about how ACF has been focusing on non-communicable diseases, on going vocal for local in terms of curating nutrition that is local and acceptable by communities in the far-fetched regions and the catchment areas that ACF caters to. And you also talked about the collaborations and partnerships that with the government to take the programs at scale. And you almost brought me to the next question that I have for you, which is that Impact in Nutrition is a platform that has been curated for Jan Andolan for nutrition and to engage private sector rather in Jan Andolan for nutrition. So, how do you see this collaboration? This is also one of the collaborations between Impact in Nutrition and ACF. So, how do you see this collaboration going forward and in working towards strengthening the community development response of ACF? Yes, we'd like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, Rasi, partnership is in our DNA, right from our vision statement, which is a sustainable, prosperous society built on long-term partnership. And this partnership is across stakeholder, whether it is partnership with community, whether it's partnership with other development organization, government system, other donor, corporate, government program. So partnership is something which we always look for, because we firmly believe this. Whatever program we do, or whatever objective or goal we set for our program, we will require lots of collaboration, not in terms of only financial, but it maybe in terms of knowledge, technical support, and related aspects. So I think for your question on the possibility or partnership with Impact for Nutrition and ACF, we are always look forward for any such partnership, and especially this program, which specifically aiming at addressing malnutrition. I would say we have, as I mentioned, we have started small, and we are gradually scaling it up across about 10 sites. And when we started, I think when we started very small in one of the district of Uttar Pradesh with just 50 Anganwadi center with about 2,800 or 3,000 children. First, we learn from the ground what is happening on ground, and based on that, we have formalized our partnership with ICDS and government health system, and we started addressing issues, and we have a lots of learning in terms of how we activate this system, catalyze this system, how we can bring knowledge and skill into Anganwadi worker who are on the ground and who are directly interact with motherhood, looking after the newborns or children up to the age of 6, and delivering various services. So from that perspective and from that learning, now we are scaling it up to the different site, and being an implementing organization, we always require the expertise or resources to scale such interventions. And we'll be very, very happy to explore where we can join hand on what aspect and how we can work together with Impact for Nutrition to take forward this Jan Andolan for the benefit of our community.
Thank you so much. It was good to hear from you your vision with regards to working with IFRN and your openness in terms of exploring the collaborations and how is it that it can be scaled up. So thank you so much for joining us at the Poshan Talk, and we will be in touch to kind of engage with your organization and initiate and amplify and maximize this impact further.